Hey, Nazym. So another essay. Great. Let's get right to it, okay? As more and more students enter universities, academic qualifications are becoming devalued. To get ahead in many professions, more than one degree is now required, and in future, it is likely that people will take a number of degree courses before even starting work. This is an undesirable situation. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Okay, let's see what you said about this. A lot of information here. Okay, so let's see what you did. Whether or not the increased number of academic degrees young people receive before even entering the job market is a debatable issue. All right, let me look at this one more time. Give me a second. I don't know if this really quite makes sense. Let me think about it again. Okay, so what it is that there's something that's missing. So let's try it again. Whether or not the increased number of academic degrees young people receive before even entering the job market is a problem or is beneficial. Yeah, actually, you know what? Is a problem is a debatable issue because you have to have another verb here. I mean, you have to complete this part of the sentence in order to say what this debatable issue is. So you should have said here is a problem and then is a debatable issue. Actually, the number of degrees for a person to move up the career ladder increases. All right, let's improve the grammar here. Let's see. What does that mean, the number of degrees for a person increases? And that the number they are receiving, the number they are pursuing, or the number that they should have? So it's not really clear from the way you stated it. With the growing number of people entering universities, the value of a bachelor's degree is diminishing. Many people believe that the situation is negative, and I strongly advocate this opinion. This essay will back up my opinion by proving points and stating arguments from the UK. All right, fine. On the one hand, there are people who feel that without receiving proper academic credentials, they are entitled to receive jobs and to move up the career ladder. Not only do nowadays young people try to earn master's degrees straight after getting a bachelor's degree, but they also head to the PhD departments, not the, get rid of the the. They head to PhD departments to develop, as they call it, full knowledge of the subject. For instance, around 65% of university students in the UK think that they would earn a decent amount of money only after leaving a university holding a PhD diploma in their hands. However, the growing number of postgraduates leads us to a shortage of professionals whose skills and experience are needed in areas that require manual labor. Two different things, skills and experience. On the other hand, there are people who believe that an individual can earn good salary. No. An individual can earn a good salary without wasting too much time and money on studies. Not only do these people think that receiving a bachelor's degree is a waste of efforts, but they also think that completing vocational schools is simply enough to be eligible to step into the labor market. After gaining several years of professional experience, these people manage to receive certification in their field of work and spend their lifetime earning money by working with their hands. For example, when I stayed in Manchester 6 years ago, neither members of the host family that housed me, I think would be better. So neither members of the host family sheltered me. All right, you can't write it like this. So when I stayed in Manchester 6 years ago, neither member of the host family that housed me had a university degree. You don't need to have this double negative because you already have neither here. It is another double negative. It is a negative. In fact, the husband was a plumber and the wife was a cosmetologist, and somehow the level of income they had made them an upper-class family. Hence, I think that today's situation with more and more money invested into education does not seem to pay back in terms of rewards for highly educated people. To conclude, I would like to say that the current situation with people spending many years of their lives trying to earn degrees will result in a huge shortage of blue-collar workers, who in fact will be the only No. Struggling with this a little bit. In fact, the only ones who benefit from the situation. If no proper measures are taken by governments, we will end up living in a world where everyone has a degree but does not have any idea how to repair a car or solder a pipe. Okay. Okay, so what you decided to do was you started the paragraph, you started your first paragraph with the opposing point of view, and that's fine. So what I wanted from you, since you did decide to develop this, what I wanted from you was several things. Number one, I wanted you to say also that, you know, while there are arguments in favor of specializing and getting advanced degrees, many people believe that the situation is negative, and I strongly advocate this. So kind of mention that you're going to address the other point of view as well. And if you say that while people believe this, others believe this, and I agree with them. Okay? So, here, what I would have liked you to develop a little bit is why people are going to all this trouble to get specialization. I mean, you could have talked about the increased competition in the world today and how to get ahead. You need to have advanced degrees, that a bachelor's degree is not enough, that everyone feels that they need to be specialized in a particular field. And so this is what's happening. Because of the cutthroat competition, people are getting more and more degrees. This, in turn, is positive because we have a workforce that is highly educated and you know, has specializations in certain fields, and it makes a lot of people more desirable. Okay, so that's how I kind of wanted you to develop this. I felt like you were so about the development. Okay, so the question is like, why do this? Why is there some logic to it? You talked about it a little bit. I wanted you to just explore it a little bit further. Okay. And then here, remember, it's saying that this is an undesirable situation. So are you telling me in this paragraph it's undesirable? You talked a lot about getting a bachelor's degree being a waste of effort, but that's actually not what it was talking about. It was talking about, doesn't it say advanced degree? Okay, more and more academic qualifications, more than one degree. So talking about the bachelor's degree being a waste of effort isn't really an issue. Okay, what you wanted to talk about was this like excessive pursuit of degrees. Okay, so here again, when you mention the Manchester family, it's not the point they're trying to make. They're trying to say that, you know, you don't need to have all this specialization. It's not beneficial, and you have to talk about why. So that's what you needed to talk about in this paragraph. Okay, that getting these multiple degrees, staying in university for, you know, many years to get multiple degrees is not really beneficial. And there are a lot of reasons why. I mean, for example, just think about the cost. If you keep getting degrees, when are you actually going to start working to kind of offset the investment you have made in your education, and will you actually ever get that back from your job? Okay, so that's kind of how I wanted you to develop this. All right, it took a long time with this one, so let's take a look at your letter now. Okay, you need to take a course. You're writing your manager to give the details. Okay, fine. Dear Mr. Smith, being the financial controller of the company, I'm writing to you to ask permission regarding, you can't say your permission to your permission. Okay, I am writing to ask your permission to take a seminar. I'm writing you regarding, so get rid of this, to prepare for one of the ACCA professional level papers. I am an ACCA student and have already passed the fundamentals level. Now I have to take 3 professional level papers to receive ACCA qualification. Even though I did not take any seminars while preparing for fundamental level, Professional papers are significantly more complicated. In order for me to pass them successfully, I have to attend seminars without the 2. Okay. Yes. It will take place in PwC Almaty office on October 21st through October 25th. Does this mean 9 to 5? That's not how we express 9 to 5, and I wouldn't like you to use something like this. So just write it out. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Their total cost. Who is there? The seminars? It's not really clear, okay? So you could have just said the total seminar cost is $3,000 net of PwC discount of 15%, which we are entitled to receive being a corporate audit. Okay, fine. I'm asking the company to cover the seminar tuition because having received certification credentials, okay, no, not having received. That means as if because I have received, and you haven't. So, to cover the seminar tuition because with certification credentials, I will be entitled to develop financial statements for the company myself without strong involvement from our auditors. You didn't need this. Which would allow us to decrease our annual audit fees by $15,000. The calculation of savings is attached to the letter. Yours sincerely, Nazym. All right. There's one thing I wanted here, Nazym, that I didn't get. I wanted an appropriate closing, okay? Because the way you ended your letter was really rather sudden. So I would have liked you to actually say, I would like you to have said something like, therefore I'm convinced this is a positive step for both me professionally and for the company. I await your decision. Thank you very much, etc., etc. Okay, things like that. So an appropriate closing. All right, so nice job. Yes, nice job. Good work on both of them. I know you've got more. I think you've got more essays for us, so I'm looking forward to them, okay? Keep writing. I'm waiting to see what you write tomorrow.